Hey everybody, Tim here, Overlanding for Fun, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to go ahead and talk about the BroncoRail that I purchased from 67 Designs and just received in the mail. So I'm getting ready to install it. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen on the forums and stuff about the BroncoRail, and I think it's a pretty cool design. There's several other designs that are available out there, including a few do-it-yourself or DIY projects that look pretty cool, but I'm more interested in just purchasing something that's already designed. So with the rail, in this case, you get full-length rail that uses this plate here in the center to mount to the mounting spot that's in the center of the dash. There's also feet that go out on the end that the rail sits on top of, and then these screw into the dashboard. A couple weeks back, Dave over at All Terrain Nation did a video on this and was talking about it in the chat room for a live stream. And somebody did mention that, if they had to drill holes, they were out. And I can appreciate that. And be honest, I'm kind of right at that edge. Do I really want to drill holes in there? Now, things that you would drill in, I think, typically become permanent and would go with the vehicle if I ever sold it. But just thinking about it, and looking at it, there might be another option I think that might be good. This right here is approximately 1/4 inch. Thought I had was taking some 1/4 inch double-sided tape, sticking it on there. Now I don't know how well that would work in the long run. I don't know if this would get hot and melt and become loose. I'm not sure, but for somebody who wanted to try that and do it, that might be a solution for you that wouldn't have you putting holes in your dash that you didn't want to do. So just a thought. One of the things that I like about the system, it's obviously modular in the sense that you can pick and choose. I did get contacted by customer support from 67 Designs. We talked briefly about what I wanted to install, which was a good conversation. They sent me some ideas of different components to get and make sure I got the right ones. I did have a couple of different requests. I mean, obviously I wanted to have the ability to put multiple GoPro cameras on the rail for filming for the channel. So obviously one facing outward as I'm driving, one potentially pointing back and allowing me to talk as I'm driving. So I wanted that ability. I wanted the ability to mount my phone and get it out of the center console. In addition, I also, because I'm a ham radio operator, I have a Yaesu FTM 400 radio. Now, 67 Designs partners with another company to make some different mounts for different radios, and I would encourage you to look at those because there's a ton of options. Now, unfortunately, for what I was wanting to do, they did not have one, but we did find a workaround that I could use. Now, with the Yaesu radio, the FTM 400, there is it's not a 1/4 inch 20 mount that most of the stuff uses, and it's the same mount for the for cameras and devices like that. It's a little bit smaller one. But I did find a company, and I'll leave a link in the description below to that company in the particular device. But it's a 1 inch ram style mounting ball that has the correct thread pattern for the Yaesu radio. Now, in addition to the FTM 400, it also covers 5 or 6 other radios that Yaesu makes that has the detachable control head. So there are some options there. And like I said, I'll leave that in the description below. But that just mounts, screws into the back of the control head. And they do have an arm that has the 20 millimeter side on it that their balls use, and then has a 1 inch on the other side. And so I'll be able to make that. So I'll have that, and I'll show it at the end of the video. I'll have everything mounted on the dash, kind of in the configuration that I wanted it in. So I'm going to go ahead and get this installed in the Bronco, and we'll tape that and give you a brief, kind of tutorial. It's not really going to be a how-to, just more of a, hey, we did it kind of thing, and here it is. Fairly simple. So, and 67 Designs on their website does have both a video and the directions on how to install this in your vehicle. So let's go ahead and get started with the install. Now that we have the BroncoRail up on the dash, first things I would do is go ahead and take that 1/4" 20 screw and go ahead and start to thread it in, just enough to hold it. We don't want to torque it down, but just enough where it'll keep it in place. Now I've also set up the mount bracket in the rail, and it's also loose too. And what we want to do is keep that loose so we have the ability to kind of move this around until we have everything set before we lock it down. First thing we want to do is, starting on this side, that piece, we've slid it on the edge, and I just want to kind of slide it around until it locks into place. All right, so once you get the foot down into the groove there, go ahead and take your Phillips screw fastener, and I'm going to get it started and screw it down. Now these aren't really designed to, they're just more designed to keep it from pivoting left and right. So torque it down, but you don't have to be super tight with it, because it is plastic and it could strip out fairly easily. Okay, and over here on the passenger side, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just find that foot and get it into the groove, kind of lock it into place, press down on it so it's where it's going to need to be. Go ahead and push that down, kind of get that hole started there. All right, so now that we got both sides of both of the feet mounted into the dash, and we still have a little bit of play here, and what we want to do now is just basically center up the rail from side to side, and make sure that that is even. That seems good with my high-tech micrometer. All right, so once we have both sides mounted and we've got the bar even on both sides, what we'll want to go ahead and do is take the Allen key that they provided and go ahead and tighten down the mounting bar to the rail, which is going to stop the side-to-side movement. Lock that down, and then we'll need to take another Allen key and tighten down the 1/4" 20 bolt to the Bronco. Mount. So now what we've got the rail mounted and tightened down. So now it's the placement of the balls, of the track balls, and where we want it. So we can just loosen and unloosen the balls and move them where we need them. So now that we have everything installed on the BroncoRail, if you have any questions or comments about the BroncoRail or the install in the Bronco, please leave those in the comment section below. Hopefully you found this video to be informative and help you out in either installing the BroncoRail or making a decision on whether this is what you want to purchase. Please hit the like button and share it with your friends. And hopefully we will catch you on the trail one day. Tim out.